There are moments in life when the road ahead feels uncertain. You stand at a crossroad, unsure which direction to take. Questions swirl in your mind. Should I pursue this path or that one? Should I stay or move on? Should I fight or let go? These questions are not just about choices, but about meaning. Because deep down, every one of us seeks something that can light the path forward, something steady in a world full of shifting shadows. The Quran gives us a powerful metaphor for this search. God is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of his light is like a niche within which is a lamp. The lamp is within glass, the glass as if it were a brilliant star, lit from a blessed olive tree, neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow even if untouched by fire. Light upon light, God guides to his light whom he wills. Surah An-Nur, chapter 24, verse 35. This imagery is breathtaking. A lamp enclosed in glass, shining like a star, glowing with purity. It tells us that light is not only physical, it is intellectual, spiritual, and moral guidance. Science shows us the importance of light in ways that mirror this truth. Without light, there is no vision. Our eyes can process the world only because photons, tiny particles of light, strike the retina and carry information to the brain. In darkness, we stumble. In light, we see. Light reveals reality. It shows what is there, what is safe, and what is dangerous. In the same way, guidance is like light for the mind and heart. It reveals truth, exposes falsehood, and allows us to walk with clarity. But notice how the verse says, light upon light. Guidance is not a single spark. It builds layer upon layer through reflection, knowledge, and experience. Think about a lighthouse by the shore. When storms rage and the sea is wild, ships look to that steady beam cutting through the darkness. That beam does not remove the storm, but it shows the path through it. In the same way, divine light doesn't erase the challenges of life. It gives us direction so we don't lose ourselves in the storm. And sometimes the storm is not outside, but inside. Doubt, fear, anger, sadness, these can cloud the heart. The Quran addresses this when it says, "Is one who was dead, and we gave him life and made for him light by which to walk among the people like one who is in darkness from which he cannot emerge." Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 122. Here, the contrast is vivid. Without guidance, life is like stumbling in the dark, unable to find the way. With guidance, life becomes a journey walked in the open, with vision and purpose. Psychology affirms that clarity of purpose is one of the strongest predictors of well-being. People who feel guided by values, who believe their life has meaning, are more resilient in the face of stress. Neuroscience even shows that a sense of direction activates the brain's reward system, bringing calm and focus. When you feel lost, your mind struggles. But when you find guidance, even in small steps, the burden lifts. But where do we find that light? Many people search for it in wealth, fame, or power, only to discover that these lights fade quickly, like sparks that burn out. The Quran points us to a deeper source. So whoever God wants to guide, he expands his chest to Islam, and whoever he wants to misguide, he makes his chest tight and constricted as though he were climbing into the sky. Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 125. Notice the metaphor of constriction. Without light, life feels suffocating, like trying to breathe with no air. With light, the heart expands, breathing freely, finding space and ease. Consider how even in nature, creatures are drawn to light. Plants grow toward the sun, a process scientists call phototropism. Moths are drawn to lamps at night. Life, in its essence, seeks illumination. So too does the human soul. The pull towards truth, meaning, and clarity is as natural as a seed reaching for the sun. But here is something important. Light is not just for you. A lamp in a dark room does not only guide the one holding it. Its glow helps everyone around. The Quran describes this beautifully in the story of believers on the Day of Judgment. On that day, you will see the believing men and believing women, with their light spreading ahead of them and on their right. Glad tidings for you today of gardens beneath which rivers flow, to stay there forever. That is the supreme triumph. Surah Al-Hadid, chapter 57, verse 12. Their light becomes a sign not only of their guidance but of how they illuminated others in life. Think about people you know who embody this. A teacher who helped you see your potential. A friend who reminded you of your worth when you doubted yourself. A stranger who offered kindness in a dark moment. Their light touched you, and in turn, you may have passed it on. Just like candles, when one flame lights another, neither flame is diminished. The room only grows brighter. But to carry this light, we must protect it. Light is delicate. Too much distraction, greed, or arrogance can smother it. The Quran cautions us, do not mix the truth with falsehood or conceal the truth while you know it. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 42. Truth, once clouded, loses its ability to guide. Imagine a dirty window. It may let in some light, but the view is blurred. To keep the path clear, we must clean the window of our hearts again and again, through self-reflection, honesty, and humility. And what about those times when the path feels completely dark? The Quran gives comfort here too. And we have made the night and day two signs, and we erased the sign of the night and made the sign of the day visible, that you may seek bounty from your Lord, and may know the number of years and the account of time, and everything we have set out in detail. Surah Al-Isra, chapter 17, verse 12. Darkness has its role. It teaches us to value light. It gives space for rest, for reflection, for appreciating the rhythm of life. Sometimes the very moments of confusion and silence prepare us to recognize guidance when it finally appears. So, if you feel lost, do not despair. Every night ends with dawn. Every shadow exists only because light is near, and your path, however uncertain, is not left in darkness forever. There is a lamp, steady and unbroken, waiting to guide you, if you are willing to look for it. Your role is to take the next step toward it. Light does not eliminate the need for walking. It shows you where to walk, but your feet must move. Small actions, honesty, kindness, reflection, learning, are steps that draw you closer to clarity. And as you walk, the path unfolds. You are not meant to live in darkness. You are meant to carry light. And when you do, you will not only find your own way, but you will help illuminate the path for countless others.